guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to take a look at some Halo Jazwares figures. I've got the Master Chief, we've got the Arbiter and Sergeant Forge, and I also picked up the Banshee with the Elite Enforcer. All right, let's quickly look at the packaging. This might be a little more difficult because these are really big boxes. So let's pull these two out of the way and start off with the big boy here, the Banshee and the Elite Enforcer. And I will say, you know, because this is my first figures that I picked up from the vault or anything with this vault logo. As you know, Halo stuff is no longer really available at retail, except I found them now at GameStop. I will point out though that all of the figures that I've gotten that have the vault logo have come in double mailers, 2 brown boxes with this one in there. It really, having the extra liners does give the feel of a premium line. I do believe they've really, stepped up their packaging game. You can see here, this is like a really nice box with a Velcro strap here, a window you can look inside. But this image here of the figure is like a glossy, I don't even know what you'd call it. I think you can see it there in the picture, but it's imposed on this black mat. So they have really, see, there's an image there too. They really have upped their game on the packaging, but they've also raised the price. And I'm sure that all of this fancy packaging is included in that. And obviously now with these, how these are packaged with these window boxes, these are taped closed, but you could easily open these up. And I guess, I wouldn't say they're quite collector friendly because there are ties on the items that are in the box. But these boxes are pretty nice. I don't know anyone who's doing mint on card for the Halo. But if you were, I could see why, because this does feel like some really premium packaging. I don't keep my stuff, my Halo stuff mint on card, so I'll be opening all of these. But the packaging has really gotten better. Here is the Master Chief. I found this at my GameStop, and it is tied shut there. I should say sticker shut there, so I'll have to pop that open. But again, same thing, black matte with this superimposed color picture of the figure on top. There's some information there. Talks about the rifle, environmental base, Master Chief with accessories. You can just see the window there. I will cut this one open to show you guys. Before I do that, let's talk a little bit about this one. This is the one I was probably most after. This is the one that kind of started me like, because I kind of thought I was out of the Halo game figure-wise when they were no longer at retail, and I saw that the prices did go up. I decided, it does seem like they're better now, like the paint apps too, from what I've seen. But we'll get to that when we open these up. But just having to order them online, pay for shipping, it no longer seemed like a really good deal that they used to be when I used to find them at Target, for $10.99, $11.99 for single figures, and they were in abundance. And now the only way to really get them, although I did just find some at GameStop, they are a little more expensive, and you have to pay for the shipping. So it's not quite the deal that it used to be. But this set I knew that I was probably going to get because I wanted a commander for my Navy, or my USNC figures, and I wanted to use this Arbiter as the leader of my Covenant army because of his armor. Again, premium packaging. You can see there, it's got all the weapons display. Arbiter, Ripa, Morami with accessories, and Sergeant Forge with accessories. same picture there on the side, and there they are on the back. M90 shotgun, environmental base, energy swords, environmental base. So they look really good. And I've got this one open now. You can see there is the Master Chief. So I do have several Master Chiefs. Not this one, not in this armor. And I got a really good deal on this one using my $5 coupon at GameStop. So I got this for about the price of what they used to be, about 13 bucks, about $12.99. All right, so that's enough about the packaging. It is really nice. It really is. It's a big step up from what it used to be. But let's get these guys open. Okay, we've got everybody out of package now. And I've got to say, these are an improvement from the figures that we used to pick up at the regular retail in one aspect, because a lot of this is reuse. Figure wise, this is the first time I believe that we've ever got this vehicle. But this also pertains to the vehicle. Is I think the paint applications are much better on these guys than they are on the previous waves and versions that you could pick up before they went to the vault. But it's mostly a lot of reuse. This guy, very cool. I do have different versions of this guy in purple and yellow. Usually the only thing that's different is the head and maybe some of the shoulder armor. This is one of my favorite ones, and you can see they use a lot of the same parts. I think all the lower legs are the same in the chest, but they do change the head and the shoulder pads and the arms. I think the arms and the head are usually what is mostly changed with this, with all of these sort of guys. I'm not even sure what they're actually called. Let's see, what is he called on here? He's the Elite Enforcer. So, very cool figure. These guys are all, you know, really good size, really highly articulated ankles, knee, waist. I said waist and I moved the legs. Waist, hips, thigh swivel. This one, though, I'll say none of the figures that come with this gun can hold it very well. In the picture, he's holding it this way, but I felt that it fits a little bit better the other way with the grip on the inside. But to be honest, neither way holds it quite that well. So this gun in particular, for some reason, and this is one of the only figures, all of the guns, if you collect World of Halo stuff, know they come with these pegs. This is one of the only figures that doesn't have a slot to carry the gun on the back, like these guys. But this is a good figure, very nice addition. It does look like out of these four here, figure-wise, this guy has the closest to the old sort of paint job. Not a lot of weathering, very clean, very, you know, got a nice shine on him. Just put him right there. Now the Banshee, I think it's coming through on the camera. It is weathered. It's got a nice wash over it, almost like a metallic wash, and it's weathered pretty well. A lot more. I can't remember what the other speeder I have. It's orange. I've got two of them. I couldn't dig it out in time for this video. The inside, there's no paint or anything. But the outside here, it is weathered up and scraped up, you know, fairly good. Fairly good. Like I said, better than the other vehicles that I've gotten from them. Got the Jeep for these guys, and it wasn't weathered at all. So this is much more of a premium paint job on this guy. And it looks like he kind of just lays in there and he holds those two controllers there, and his feet kind of dangle out the back. He can't look up or anything, but you won't be able to see him while he's in there. And he just kind of fits in there like that. Feet hanging out. So pretty simple. but still pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's nice to have another vehicle. Let's put that. Let's put it on. Where can we put it? Let's just stick it right there, off camera. Let's look at this guy, the Marine. He definitely has a lot more paint apps than the normal guys. I've got two of them here. There was this guy and there's this guy, and there's a couple different versions of this one with brown. I have several. I built a nice army of these Marines. I finally have a commander, and that's who this guy is going to be for me. Here's again, they all have the peg for the gun in the back. Same articulation. It does look like, from what I can tell, this guy doesn't have any of the reuse from these two. Did come with this stand. Again, a nice wash on the stand as well. And better. Again, it's, I think they really added more paint applications to these that they just didn't have before. You know, you can see how clean this guy is as compared to this guy. And this guy is a little beat up in the face. It's got a mark right there across the armor. You know, not totally weathered or anything, but more. It's more. It's more than what it was. He does seem a little short, even than these guys. And these humans in this line, they are 375. They are a true 375. So these guys go really well with Star Wars Vintage Collection. And we'll do a little size comparison here before we get out of here. But the articulation, swivel, I guess it's a ball joint, but oh no, he's got a hinge. Let's see, yeah, these guys have hinges too, don't they? Not this one. This one, yeah, this one has a hinge. This one had the good old-fashioned ball joint. So, looks like this guy has a hinge at the neck, ball hinge shoulders, elbows, hinge at the wrist. He's got a diaphragm ball joint crunch. You don't get a lot out of it. And he also twists at the waist. You do get ball hinged hips, get up about that much. This one goes up a little bit higher because of this molded in, sculpted in sidearm. Double hinge at the knee. And he does have a rocker pivot ankle. So very modern articulation. You can get this guy in some really good poses. I really do like this line. I really was disappointed when it looked like it went away, but it has mostly, I think, 99% of it gone to the vault. And except for GameStop. GameStop, it looks like GameStop's going to carry some of these. But the price is higher now, but the packaging's better. And the paint apps look like they're better, so it's a bit of a trade-off now. Not as easy to get, and it's going to cost you a little bit more, but they did their best, I think, to try to, you know, give you a reason to say, hey, there, you know, there's a value here. We didn't just raise the price. We've given you, you know, more collector-friendly packaging. We're giving you better paint apps, and you know, there's something to be said for that. Again, same stand for this guy. Metallic weathered. This is the Arbiter. This guy is going to lead my bad guy army. My Covenant army. Now, I don't follow the Halo lore, so I think this guy might be a good guy. I'm not sure. In the TV show that a lot of people didn't like, he was definitely a bad guy, I think, because Master Chief and him fought it out. But I've seen in video games and in different pictures, again, I'm not a Halo guy, I've seen him fight alongside Master Chief. So I'm going to use him, though, as the leader of my bad guys because he has this great shiny armor. Super, super sculpted. Intricate sculpting all throughout his armor. Easily, out of all these items here, easily the best sculpt. Now, when I got mine out of package, he did immediately pop apart here at the waist, and you can see now, a little loose, a little loose. So that's a little disappointing, a little QC there. It's nothing crazy, you know, it's going to still work for me. It came with these two swords, energy blades, holds them quite well. Translucent kind of blue purple, metallic silver handle. Again, he doesn't have a hole to carry a firearm peg hole, but you can see there it's like a blue, metallic blue over a different blue or a gray. All these strappings. I mean, this dude's really sculpted well. I think my disappointment with him, you know, besides the looseness here, is I thought I'd be able to get something out of this neck. Like there'd be a point of articulation, a ball right there, and then there's not. It's just a swivel head here. But you would think that would be a point, you know, that they could have put a ball joint in there so that he could get a little more motion out of him, a little more expression. Nice little beady red eye there. Orange, maybe even orange. But pretty cool figure. Again, I think the armor is, and the, you know, the paint on this guy is really a highlight. This guy does feel like a special figure as compared, you know, to this guy and you know, this guy. You can see how they don't have a wash on him or anything. And this guy just completely, you know, stands out as a special player in the game, or, you know, amongst your other figures. And he's got that same kind of articulation. These guys are rather large. Having a little bit of trouble standing him now. He does have a lot of weight up here in this chest piece. All of them do. And these legs are a little bit finicky. Let's see, he was just standing a second ago. Let's look at Master Chief now. Now I've got a lot of Master Chiefs. Obviously, he's the hero of the game, so they make the most figures of him. I don't have this version of him, though. I think the box said he's from Halo 4. I could be wrong. Again, I'm not a Halo guy. He had come with this weapon, which I do not have. This is the first time I've gotten this weapon. Seems like a really long rifle. Does peg right into the back there. He does hold it fairly well. I don't really like these kinds of grips. Wish that piece wasn't there. So it's just a lot easier to get them on. A lot of toy companies use them now, though, in all different lines. I'd say, you know, the sculpt in this guy is really good. But not as much paint, I think, as you know, this guy, the Banshee. He's a little more drab, or like, you know, just kind of clean, fresh out of the boot camp or something. But still really good. I think this uniform here, this is one of the other Master Chiefs I have here. Just pulled this one out. This was the one I had closest to me. You can see the different armor there. I'm not sure I like this armor so much better than this one. I think this one is out because this was my favorite one out of the Master Chiefs I had. So when I pull a Master Chief, this was usually the one that I would have rather than some of the other ones. And I think this gun came in the sort of weapon pack that I got. I got a USNC like weapon kind of pack. So I don't think that he came with this gun. I just like it, so I gave it to him. Let's see if I can get this gun in his hand. But definitely cool, you know, the metallic and the gold in the visors. It's even a little bit brighter in this one. This armor is just a little bit different. I do like this texture here. Sort of, I think you can see that on the camera that they've got. It's here on the thigh, it's here on the waist. they allude to it here in the side of the armor here. It's like almost like the exosuit underneath the armor. Very cool. Very cool. This is a good one. Did it replace this one for me? I don't think so. I think I still like this one a little bit better. There's nothing wrong with this. This is a nice figure, and you can see the added paint, you know, compared to this one. All these extra little splotches of green that are not on here. Little tag of gray, not on here. This is just green and black, gold visor. This is like two different greens, gold visor, gray, black. They added a couple different, you know, just touched a few more spots. Peg hole on the bottom, of course. So yeah, solid figures. Glad I got them. For me, I think these two are the standouts. I needed a unhelmeted, you know, a figure, a guy with a name to lead my USNC army. You know, I've got a bad guy, so I ended up with the two leaders. I think this guy and Master Chief are going to lead my USNC, and this guy is going to lead my Covenant army. Got another vehicle. Let's do some quick size comparisons with some other lines, and then we'll get out of here. Okay, and just a quick size comparison with some other lines. Didn't want to get too in depth on this. So we've got a Star Wars Vintage Collection Han Solo here. He is a 375-inch figure, so he is in the same scale as these Halo figures, and you can see he's almost exactly the same size as the Sergeant here. So these guys do work in the same world. One of the things that I've done, and I haven't done it in a while, but I love to match up my USNC guys against the stormtroopers from the Empire, because I have such large armies, and they match up perfect. They're the exact, you know, same size, just like this. This is the Toys Alliance Acid Rain Annex 2179 Anubis. He's pretty tall for a Acid Rain figure, about 4 1/4, maybe even a little bit taller with his ears here. And you can see that he is a little bit bigger than the Master Chief, but not by much. These guys fit in well with the Acid Rain World stuff as well. Here is, and I didn't put the Elite Enforcer in because he's just about the same size as the Arbiter here. So I just did these three. But here is the Joy Toy Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Foot Soldier. And you can see he matches up just fine. I think all these lines go well together. We've got, you know, 4 different lines here, all at 118 or 375, and I think they all work just fine together. I don't see why, you know, humans can't be one of the smaller species, if, you know, in the sci-fi world. So, you know, and this guy is actually, I think, a robot underneath. There's just no reason that, you know, all of these can't be used together, you know, on your spaceport, in your world, whatever you're doing. If you're a kid, you know, I would have all these, you know, battling each other in the same world, and I still do. That's still what I'm gonna do. But I think, you know, scale wise, they're perfect. Always really enjoyed this line from Jazwares. I hope they keep it going. I want to see more characters. You know, I want to see more. You know, not as, I know Master Chief, they got to keep giving us Master Chief, but I want to see some of the other characters. Okay, we're at the end of the video, and I can say, you know, I think these are pickups. I think the standouts really is probably the Arbiter and the Sergeant pack. That would be, you know, if I was going to say, oh, if you're not on the, you know, sure which ones you want, or you want to give this line a try, I think that's the pack to try. Both of those figures, I think they're the best out of the bunch here, and two of the better sculpted and painted Halo, World of Halo figures that I have in my entire collection. Master Chiefs, you know, there's a lot of Master Chiefs to pick from. Maybe this is the one, you know, that you played in the game and you want him. It's still a good figure. I think the vehicle is really cool. It's nice to get a, you know, 118 375-inch vehicle that's not Star Wars. So it's cool. It's a really cool figure. The paint job's really nice on it. You know, any figure is really going to fit in there that's 118 or 375. These guys are quite big, and they fit in there, so you'll have no problem putting a vintage collection figure in there, or a Joy Toy figure. So nice set. but I think the Arbiter and the Sergeant are the best, and then the vehicle, probably Master Chief, and then the Elite Enforcer, in that order. So that's the video, guys. Let me know what you think. Are you guys collecting this line? Did you let the line go when it left retail? If you guys purchased from the vault before, this was the first time I ever purchased from the vault, and I'm pretty happy with it. The packaging was really nice, but I've already tossed it. It's already getting recycled. I do not keep this line mint on card, but it's a nice touch. It's a nice touch. It's nice to see where that price increase went, and I think it went to packaging and it went to paint apps. So not bad, not bad. It's a trade-off, but I think it was worth it in this case. So that's the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.